First off, I want to say this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I'm doing this stuff out of my own pocket. Now, with that being said out of the way, speaking of my own pocket, I've recently became a little bit more financially stable. I've been financially stable, but for the gaming channel to get something a little bit more, well, I guess you could say power to it, because, you know, I do retro and modern day gaming videos, and also with the reviews and everything. But this has been my most anxious and anticipated thing to purchase since, what, I think maybe a couple years ago, since I've recently discovered it. And this is going to save my older retro gaming consoles from a lot of the wear and tear and use, because I'm hoping that this turns into the workhorse, and I also hope that it's compatible with my very cheap external capture card. But this right here, see the back of it first, the Retron5. This is a big box. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's big. It's very, very big. Look at this thing. Multiple system compatibility, which is Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, Nintendo Famicom, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Sega Genesis, and there's a couple others involved too, which I don't have, so sadly those are not going to be available, nor the Famicom or Super Famicom. I just never figured out which game to buy from, or actually not from, but well, sure, well, from the internet, but just wasn't sure on which game to get yet. So this is, I don't know what to expect from it, because the Hyper Beach Special Edition, they say, is better than the standard one because it's upgraded. I don't know how true that is or not, but of course, obviously, I went with the Hyper Beach Edition. But of course, too, you know, I'm more of the '80s kind of person. You know, everything was the surfer deal, so it's like, you know, I figured it's like, well, why not? But without further ado, I'm going to open this thing up, but I need to read the contents of the box first, as there's a lot to read, and we're going to go through everything so that way we don't mess nothing up. This thing will not fit on screen from the spot that I have to work with everything, so it is what it is. All I can say is this box is very, very big. Let's flip it over to the front first here. Hopefully things can read out okay, because it's Game Boy Advance, Super NES, NES, Genesis, Famicom. And include Hyper Beach Scout Controller, and I'm not sure what language that is, I do apologize. Highest cartridge compatibility with originals, homebrew, and reproduction cartridges on the market. That's very, very nice. Multiple system compatibility, which is the Retron5 HD. Doesn't quite say hardly anything else on the side. There is a QR code, which you can barely see right there. I'm not going to show it just in case. Here on the side, yeah, see, I'm going to read this. I'm sorry, I really have a very poor area. It contains 2 ports for Genesis, 2 ports for the NES, and 2 ports for the Super NES. Multiple system compatibility, wireless controller, high definition output, audio/video enhancement, graphical user interface, and original controller ports. That's why I need to get my new desk built and this office completed. Now, multiple system compatibility. The Retron5 is compatible with your favorite NES, Super NES, Super Famicom, Genesis, Mega Drive. Yeah, I don't have Mega Drive games. Famicom. Yeah, I don't have Super Famicom or Famicom games. I got Game Boy. Got one Game Boy Color recently, and the Game Boy Advance cartridges on one system. It is also compatible with Sega Master System. I don't have none of Sega Master Systems. Games with the use of the Retron5 3-in-1 adapter or the Power Base converter. Graphical use interface GUI, a brand new GUI menu that gives access to features and the ability to customize your entire gaming experience on the screen. Excuse me. High definition output. The HD output converts the signal to your HD TV with a maximum output resolution of 720p. That's actually not bad. Save load states. Now this is interesting. This is what got my attention. Save or load your games at any point during gameplay, with 10 save slots for each game. Video, audio enhancement. Customize your video settings with a variety of different filters and shader effects, including scan lines, utilizing audio interpolation. The Retron5 produces a smoother, crisper sound output. Cheats. Pre-built cheats that can access at any point during gameplay for most games. Wireless controller. The controller utilizes wireless technology and has a range of up to 30 feet. Oh geez, that's quite a damn. That's a range. It features a micro switch directional pad, 2 programmable macro buttons, and a home button for quick in-game access to features. A home button, really? That's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Wired controller comes with the Scout Premium Classic Style controller. Okay, yeah. Original controller ports, 2 original controller ports, which is 6 total for each platform. Compatibility, the Retron5 will play both PAL and NTSC cartridges. CIC lockout chips and FX chips are no longer going to be an issue, as we aim to achieve 100% compatibility with all cartridges. Wow, that is something to behold. I am absolutely impressed by that. And this is by Hyperkin.com. And I paid almost $170-something for this with taxes. And the shipping included, it was almost $180, and I got this off of Amazon.com. So without further ado, I'm going to use my little 3D modeling pick right here to open this up, because my scissors have disappeared again when someone decided to borrow them. Put that away so that way me or the animals do not get injured. So, oh, we got a spot right here to open up. I guess I better get that back. Ooh, without jerking my cord on my headset. But the reason why I got this is to save back my original consoles. So, because my Sega Genesis having issues, I'm afraid for my Super Nintendo to have issues. And my Nintendo, the original Nintendo that our mother and late father got for us, I want to cherish it. So let's see what this looks like. Ooh, buddy. Oops. That's big. Is that the system? That's the system. Oh, that's big. So we've got a booklet. An HDMI cable. Looks like we got some stuff there. And let's carefully set that box to the side. So right here is, oh, I bumped it. Wow, look at that. And I have big hands. This is actually quite nice. Oh, whoops. Hear that? So there's the home, select, start. I'm not sure what these side buttons do. Might be turbos. We'll have to read. Well, I'll have to read here. Wow, this is, believe it or not, this actually fits in your hand quite nicely. It feels very comfortable. You know what? Oh, here. She is a typical kitty. She loves her boxes. She really, really loves her boxes. But holding this, and how I have some pretty decent sized hands, and you know, I work on cars for a living, so yeah, my fingers are pretty big. But holding this feels comfortable. Oh, you got zoomies now, huh? So set that to the side. Let's try the standard right here. Set all this stuff in here. Let's get my REM pod out of the way here. because I'm going to be needing that space shortly. Now this, yeah, this feels just like a Super Nintendo controller. In fact, which pretty much it is. Feels comfortable. My mindset cannot tell the difference between this and a Super Nintendo. Because, where is my wireless one? It's actually over here somewhere. I actually should have thought about this to begin with. Well, it's over here somewhere, because I want to compare it. But now it has disappeared for some odd reason. Yeah, it's disappeared here. Or did I set it up on top? I gotta move some paperwork here. You know what? Hold on here. I wanna... That's actually bothering me. I lost my wireless Super Nintendo controller. Alrighty. Here's another Hyperkin. So, same design. My Super Nintendo and stuff is put up. Yeah, it's pretty much the same design from one to one. And this is the wireless. I gotta go fetch the wireless adapter to this. So, I kind of figured that this probably wouldn't cause any issues because, you know, Hyperkin and Hyperkin. I've actually become a huge fan of Hyperkin recently. So, but yeah, this is actually a very hefty cord, too. Yeah. So, set that right there. HDMI cable, which I got one to the side, so I'll set this to, on over. I don't know how many feet that is. I'll just set it right there. This, what is this exactly? This appears to be a connection cable. I can't remember what these are actually called. They're small. So, I think, yeah, right here. Okay, so this has to be the charging port. Which side goes to what? Okay, looks like that goes in. Right there. Ooh, that's snug. That's very, very snug. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. Okay. So, what's this stuff in this little bag here, which is taped? Looks like these are something I'll discover here in a moment. Oh, are these... Okay, I know what these are. These are adapters. These are power adapters. I'm not sure on what these would... Oh, Gesundheit Kitty. That was a loud sneeze. So, here... Yep, here we are. Here's the plug-in. So, this is an adapter... which looks like, I think this might twist out, but I'll have to see and how it properly... Oh, wait. And we'll have to read the instructions on how to switch this. So, this right here region is the United States. I don't know what these other ones are. It's very, very wonderful that they would actually include this. That way, the power adapters can go to whatever country. But, we'll find out here in a moment on... what those go to. I want to save this stuff back. And again, this stuff is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. But let's get this out. Wow. Look at that bad boy. They got plugs in them. Super Nintendo 1, NES 1. Okay, so this is player 1 side. And here's player 2 side. So how do you take these little plugs out? Oh, they're rubber plugs. So if... yeah, I'm definitely going to keep those in for dust covers. Simply amazing. But I wonder what this slot is right here. Could it be... Huh. That's... is it like universal? No, it goes around to this side right here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, right here's the top buttons. Look at that. So what are these ones right here? Well, you know what? Let's read. Let's find out about stuff. I won't. Oh, actually, isn't that satisfying? So this is for Genesis. For Super NES, this slot here. Wow, look at that. It's a very firm door. Are these all firm? Okay. So this is for Nintendo and for Famicom. So which way did they go in? I actually have one game right here. Double Strike. How will it fit? Well, hold on here. Let's get an official game. Let's do Batman. See which way it actually fits. Looks like it's up like so, but I cannot. Seems like it just sets in. It's a little loose. So what about this? That's interesting. I do have a loose Sega Genesis game, which is Sonic Classics, includes 3 great Sonic games. I was going to refurbish this a little, try to get that gunk off. So, also it just drops in. There's no pressing down or nothing. So is that why that the deal's like that? Is that why these are firm? I did bring out some Super Nintendo games though. Let's see about RoboCop versus the Terminator. Yeah, I gotta refurbish a lot of this stuff, try to get that gunk off. Okay, that fits in firmly. A little lightly loose. Almost like anything else, but okay. So, what's the deal with this one? I wish I had something for the Famicom. I do apologize. I'm not that quite situated yet to figure out on what I want to start collecting from the Famicom, because I'm not familiar with hardly anything on the Famicom. Except, oh, there it goes. Except for Akumajo Densetsu. I apologize if I pronounce it wrongly. Which is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. So it goes in there firmly. It doesn't quite set down. You have to press it down. So go back to Sega Genesis here. Yeah, you gotta press it down. So you gotta make sure it's firm. And it is in there firm. It's lightly wobbly like the originals. Of course, the Nintendo, you know, I'm not familiar with top loaders, so that's a new one on me. Ooh, that came out of there. So let's see here. Here's the back. Ooh, a nice close-up. So we have a spot for a memory card and a big SD. This is HDMI, and here's the power, or DC. Interesting. Anything else in the front? Yeah, right here's a slot for Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. I will get the case open and see about Super Mario Land. Hold on here. Does it fit upwards? Looks like it will. Looks like it might. Alright. That goes in there nice and firm too. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's put Super Mario Land back into its case. Here, reproduction cases. So now let's do a little bit of reading from the instruction manual. So we got here, health warning. We have Espanol, yeah, Spanish, I think that's Dutch. Again, hyperkin.com. So we got a lot of stuff to cover here. Where exactly? I'm trying to find English. Here we go. So let's go to the beginning. So Retron5, so Scout Premium Controller and the wireless controller. Okay, here we go. We have Australia, UK, or United Kingdom, Europe, and USA. Europe, you guys use this? Okay, so this is Europe. This one's Australia. United Kingdom. What is this little section right here? Is that to make sure it's... I don't know. And of course, United States. USA. Charge cable, high definition cable. We have an AC. Here's the back. AC out, USB, service button, high definition out, memory card slot. Yeah, there's no composite or anything. Everything's coming out here with HDMI. And we went over the ports, the slots, for Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and standard Game Boy. Let's see here. It shows you how to connect to your setup for your television. Standard with the power outlet. Inserting the power base converter. Excuse me? Insert the power base converter into the cartridge slot for Genesis on the Retron5. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up for the power base converter. That's very interesting right there. Because this didn't come with one, no. So the power base converter, as soon as I go back over to the page, is this one's a new one on me. I'll have to look up on their website and see what it is. Power base converter sold separately. Okay. Power base converter, that has to be for the adapters for the other games. Okay. But I'll just have to check up real fast. See, navigation menu. Insert the cartridge and wait for the game to load. Then select play to play the game. Do not insert more than one cartridge simultaneously or risk damaging your Retron5. Ooh. Okay, so it's the one slot rule. Okay, so if you want to, evidently you gotta switch out from one thing to another. So one cartridge into your console at a time, nothing else. So if we want to play Sega Genesis, one slot here. If you want to switch something out, pull it out, and then put your Super Nintendo. If you're done playing with that, pull it out, and then vice versa down the road. So evidently, Super Nintendo also plays the Super Famicom, where Nintendo and Famicom's kind of separate, which is kind of strange. So we have an image filter, scan lines, aspect ratio, overscan. See, CRT TVs used during the era of classic gaming did not actually display the entire image provided by game consoles. Oh, that's right, they did not. But rather cropped a small border on each side of the image. Turning overscan on will cause Retron5 to reproduce this behavior by cropping the outside border of display. Really? Force original resolution. Displays with its original resolution, however, may not fill the whole HD TV. Okay, that's interesting. Screen refresh rate, okay, which is 60 hertz, and PAL produces a frequency of 50 hertz. Let's see, it has a force 60 hertz and a force 50 hertz. No, Shinoa. No. It's my little firecracker. Screen size. Users are able to manually adjust screen size with the slider. Ooh, okay. That will be interesting. I wonder if this will be pretty decent for 1920 by 1080, since it seems to be the standard anymore. Oh, what are you doing? Jesus. Yeah, if you hear, she has zoomies. Audio sound enhancement. Turning this feature on will enhance audio interpolation. Method of taking the original audio sample and creating a higher quality sample, thereby creating a cleaner, smoother audio output. Okay. Bass, whoa, okay. Turning this feature on will enhance the level of audio tones or of low frequency. There's also treble boost. GUI sound effects. Turning this feature on will enable sound effects and transitions within the user interface. And of course, there's volume. Users are able to adjust the volume output with the slider. Very, very interesting. We have manage Retron5 controllers. We have to pair any Retron5 wireless controller to the console. That's interesting. Okay. So it's a good thing they got spares. Left shortcut button. Are these shortcuts? Okay. Controller to player mapping. Support sophisticated controller mapping system whereby you can manually select which of the wired and wireless controllers to assign to each player. Okay, that's actually very nice. This pretty much goes on for all the other systems right there. Use system playing to select a system you wish to configure. Controllers for each system type has its own configuration. What's wrong, Bronson? You keep sneezing back there, buddy. Allergies. Of course, button mapping. So you can just adjust the mapping for any kind of system. But I'm not going to use other controllers because I'm just going to mainly focus on this. Hotkey configuration. Okay, that's more explanation. It looks like it's just pretty much self-explanatory in the window. System console region. The Retron5 gives you the option to automatically select the region based on the current game. Like the USA region will be selected for USA cartridges, but also allows you to manually select between 3 different regions: USA, Europe, and Japan. Okay. That's very, very interesting. So if you have this over in the UK, you can actually get the, of course, right here. You guys have over, nope, that's Europe. Getting stuff. Then the UK, then you can play the US games over there with no issues with this system. That's actually quite nice. Cuts out the middleman. Automatically port saves on first run. That's very interesting. I have an SD card, a spare one around here somewhere. I'll take advantage of that, because some of these older Nintendo games takes a heck of a long time to complete. So kind of, in a way, if you think about it, modernizes the game. So save data location has the ability to save your games with either the internal storage or a memory card. Okay, so there's internal storage, but I will kind of want to have a memory card anyways, just in case. File manager, manage the files both on internal storage and memory card for either copying from one location to the other or removing files in order to free up space. Okay. But how much storage is on this? Yeah, like how many megabytes or gigabytes that's storage is on this? So show Retron quick info on startup. Turn this feature on will cause the quick info screen to be displayed on boot. The quick info screen shows the current button combinations for opening the in-game menu. System information talks about the Retron5 system, including system software version, application version. So I wonder if you can update the software in this. Yeah, okay. I'll have to check that, because that might be a good thing to look into, see if this can be updated. Write update request to memory. Okay, updates available. Oh, here we go. That's what it talks about. Updates will be available to improve upon firmware found on Retron5.com, where minor issues can be fixed. Compatibility issues can be remedied, and new features can be added. For a video tutorial on updating your unit's firmware, visit http, the youtube.com/Hyperkin Games. And I'll include that down in the description of this video. And it talks about how to update it right here. So, insert a memory card into Retron5's memory card slot. Okay. That's very interesting. It shows how to talk all that, but I won't bother updating it right now because that will probably make the video a little bit longer. I'm actually very happy that they keep this updated. This is a very powerful piece of hardware. This is pretty much turning all your stuff into modern gaming. So it's like a retro modern hybrid now. Hey, let me kind of scratch this a little. I don't care. It's going to get a lot of use out of it soon. Access the in-game menu by pressing the home button on the Retron5 wireless controller. So it looks like the wireless controller is pretty much the one to use. And right here, did I see? Wish I had a better setup. I do apologize, because I'm still working with what I got. Wireless controller. So this little button over here to the side is macro button 1. This one's macro button 2. Select, of course, start. Here's home. It's like all the other modern stuff out there. And up, right, down. Yeah, up, right, down, left. What's this one? Button plus, button negative, LED light indicator, which tells you on what player this is, so it goes up to 4. And there's some games out there that goes up to 4. For example, the Nintendo Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's very, very nice. Yeah, because the system's off. It's trying to search for Mama. Okay, so now macro button 1 and 2, so we know what those are. Of course, there's shoulders up on top, which I didn't quite notice. Yeah, there's the shoulder buttons right there. So let's see what else we got going here. Pairing controller with the Retron5 console. Settings, manage Retron5 controller and pair. Of course, the single screen. It sounds like the typical standard stuff. Insert the micro USB cable into the, charging the battery. Insert the micro USB cable into the micro USB port on the controller. LED light indicator will start to blink when it's charging. Here's also some troubleshooting, which is on youtube.com/Hyperkin Games, or contact their support at support@hyperkin.com. Oh, my light. You actually went out, really. Simply amazing. There we go. That should be okay. And talks about a few odds and ends. And now it's going into another language, which I do not know what that is. Control your Premium Scout. I don't know what that is. So, well, let's start disassembling. Assembling. Wow. Can't believe I said that. But it doesn't quite say, hold on here. Doesn't quite say how to change this out. Oh, I see. It says open. There we go. So it looks like you just kind of... There is some spots. Put it in. Insert it. Turn it to the left. And it locks. Press the button down. Lightly turn it to the right. That's how you interchange stuff out. So, like, for example, looks like my light is getting on my last nerves here. So do you have to hold the button down in order to insert that? No. But But you do have to hold it down to unlock it. Alright, that's not bad. See about my LED light. Okay, it's getting a little hot here. Let's see here, that's the charging cable. I need to insert this now. Oh, unraveled wrong. Getting the power cord undone here. I'm surprised that my LED light went out. I have it plugged in. I was going to charge it, but let's see here. To power, that's fine. A lot of stuff has a natural wiggle to it. So I might as well just use this, because it will be a short distance right here on the desk. Because I'm going to be using this right here for my cheap external capture card. I plan on getting an Elgato in probably June or July. I have some, actually not some, one picked out for such a thing. So let's see here. This is a very short cable. 2 foot, maybe, give or take. So, ooh, that fits in there nice and firm too. So let's see here. So again, one game at a time into this thing, because I'm about to plug this in and fire it up. I have to get some things set up here. So I guess I'll just leave it right here. If I can get the cord. There we go. See the power button. But the thing is, though, how do you power it off? I'll have to read the instructions before I hook some more up. Well, how far does the power cord reach? Pretty decent ways. It's a pretty decent way. Okay, well, I guess get this hooked up and see what happens. I'm actually excited. Just we'll explore some more stuff here. So let's get this hooked up. I'm very, very excited. Okay, everything's plugged in and ready to go. So now I just got to power it on. Oh, there it goes. Ah. Wow, look at that. That is crystal clear. Doesn't seem to be any sound. Or am I muted? So, before your Retron5 wireless controller may be used with the system, it must be paired. Please hold the home button on your controller until the LED will begin to flash rapidly. So, going to hold home. There it goes, it's pairing. Oh, use the left. Looks like it's a little off here. So, on my deal here, seems like it's just a little off. As you can see, there's a little bit of a tiny black border on the right and on the bottom. So I'll have to adjust that for when I use it on here. Okay, A to accept. Okay. Okay, if your TV has a game mode setting, ensure that you have this enabled whilst using Retron5. I am on my monitor. Default in-game menu button, down, start, save location, external storage. We are going to continue. Oh, geez. That's an interesting kind of sound effect. High quality 2. Normal, display over scan. Force original resolution. We'll just kind of see about none here first, and then we'll kind of go through some adjustments here. So, sound enhancement is on. We'll leave those off. Volume. Fast cartridge loading. Yeah, let's do auto. Let's keep it on auto. Yeah, I don't have an SD card inserted. I don't know where that is. Screenshot file format, PNG, JPEG. PNG, in my opinion, is pretty good because when you stretch something out for JPEG, stuff gets a little distorted. So PNG is always the best to go, is what I found. Alrighty. So, I guess I'm gonna start with one game that everyone is extremely familiar with, and Super Mario Bros. / Duck Hunt. So I'm just going to pop it in right here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, okay. We'll have to get used to this controller. What the? Wow, that sounds... Wow, I don't know if that's either my capture card doing that or what, but let's go to home. Yeah, let's return the menu. We may have to do some settings here. But of course, too, there's an update out there, so I may have to go fetch that. Let's do that one, high quality. So it looks like power off. You have to go to here. Let's see what it does when powering off. Okay, shutting down. And it shows on the side there, I just noticed that it says the NES. So I may have to update this. Because they said that this is the best 5-in-1 system. I do believe it shut down because my deal's kind of glitched out a little for some reason. So, give me a little bit of time to... Well, actually, I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm not like recording the entire process, but I'm going to go ahead and get the update and put it down into this. So, it should make at least some of a difference. So, let's see what happens here. I'll be right back. I am not able to update my system because I don't have a class 4 SD card. It can't be micro. Can't be anything else. No adapter. It has to be the standard SD card of a class or a level 4. And I was researching this stuff, and it seems like some people are actually having issues on updating their system. So I don't know what to fully expect, so I guess I'll just turn this entire thing into a part 1 of a pre-update, and I'll do a part 2 with an after an update if this can give me a proper update, because it kept giving me a deal called installation failed, error code 1002, and I had to hold the power button to turn off the system. So that's kind of an annoyance, that you actually have to rely on an SD card, and there's really no way to kind of get around it. I actually had to pound my head against the wall, try to click on this, click on that, click, 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 and yeah, it just was more of an annoyance than anything else, because going on a Hyperkin website, it didn't quite give much of a proper deal. So I'm going to add a lot of links to this video down in the description to help you update your system. So, and we already heard of how Super Mario Bros. Played, but I'm going to go ahead and insert this back in. And there we go. Go ahead and press start here. Oh, it actually saved where I left off. It's choppy because the firmware is not quite updated. But I also don't know if it's due to my my capture card or not. Let's look at the graphics here. Well, did they put some sort of a filter thing on? Let's go to home. Let's put that on. Well, let's turn it off, I should say. Let's turn the game. Oh, that looks better. Oh yeah, look at that. So, where's the run button? I may have to map this because I'm using the wireless. Wait, the negative button is run? Well, everything looks crisp and clear, but let's return to the main menu. Let's see if there's something going on here. Stretch. Let's go on stretch. For 60 hertz. Come on, I'm trying to accept it here. Oh, okay, that fills up the screen. seems like there's a little bit of lag. Oh no, it's just the controller. I gotta get used to it. Okay. Okay. Let's reset. Okay, it resets the game. Turn the menu. So that's very interesting that it actually puts us back to a specific spot. So let's pull this out. And it disappears. Okay. So I guess next I'm going to try Double Strike. Or do I need to insert it this way? Unknown cartridge. No. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Error. Okay, so it does not want to read Double Strike. Alright, let's try Rollergames. Okay. So, sad to say, it does not want to read Double Strike, because, of course, the firmware is not updated yet. I just ordered a level, or a Class 4 SD card, and it's coming. So, yeah, I do apologize about that. I don't like getting, caught with my, with my hand in the cookie jar, and without being, prepared for such things. So let's try Rollergames. And every time I've also noticed, hold on here, I guess these. I also noticed every time when I insert the NES game so far, it goes to the LED light in the front and tells you on which game is actually in the slot. Oh, that sound glitch is terrible. Sounds stereo, sounds awesome, but I think I need to update the firmware or get a better graphics card. Or, it's not graphics card, capture card. Graphics card, I don't know what I'm saying. Actually, let's... I'm on player one side. I want to connect the wired controller here. I want to reset. Okay. Okay, it's working just fine on the wire controller. And I just bought this game too. And it's a good thing to find out that it works. I have not played this in years. Ah! But now I need to press home. Return to main menu. Okay. So I think that's enough Nintendo games. Well, actually, hold on here. I'm curious on something. Crystalis that I've had since, what, 2000, 2001, that I bought at a yard sale for, gosh, I can't remember. I can't remember if this was either like a penny or 5 cents. But I kind of am curious, because it doesn't want to work too well. Yeah, I might have to get a new. That's too bad. I'm going to have to get a new Crystalis game. But that's okay, because now I want to try a Sega Genesis game, which is Greatest Heavyweights. Insert it in if I can. There we go. Unknown cartridge. Let's get it out. Put it back in here. Okay. Oh, wait, there it goes. So let's see if it'll even do anything. It's not doing anything. So I need to hold down the power button. It's shutting down. So, I don't know what's exactly going on here. So I gotta hold the power button on down. And let it boot up. Because I'm really hoping that this works out for everything. But with the firmware, well, I don't know. I may just have to refurbish a lot of my older stuff and go from there. But this, I really want a Nintendo HD system that works extremely well. That has, clarity on everything. So I guess I'll try it again. Okay. So we'll unplug that. So, I guess now's a good time to try Landstalker. I recently got this game. I replaced my old one that was stolen. So, time to see if it'll actually play. Nothing? Oh, wait, what are you doing? Okay, it was... Okay, there it goes. It's searching in the front. Okay, there it goes. Wow. So what's going on here? This is interesting. So, oh wait, no, it's loading. Can I just go ahead and skip the middleman? No. Well, let's unplug it. Yeah. Turn off the power. Shutting down. So, I may have to test this on my standard Sega Genesis, which I do have an HDMI adapter for it. So let's turn this back on. Yeah, the deal glitches. I don't know why. I don't know if that's either due to the Streamlabs or my external capture card. But I definitely am going to have to get a better external capture card in the future. That sounds like an animal's getting in trouble. Well, continue, please. Okay. Well, I guess I'll insert Sonic and Knuckles next. just to see what happens here. Okay, that's loading up, so I might need to test Landstalker a little bit. What? It's crystal clear? Everything's so crystal clear, though. I don't see no lag, but it's got sound lag. But I do believe this is a firmware issue. See, this is bizarre. They're a Nintendo clone, which is the Hyperkin. And I have it to the side here. It plays and emulates Nintendo perfectly. But this big system has to rely on firmware in order to get its job done. Okay. Let's return to main menu, please. You're gonna... Okay, there we go. So, that's really interesting. And I'm going to have to mess around with Landstalker along with Greatest Heavyweights. Because, Greatest Heavyweights I've had since the first of my Sega Genesis when I got it back in 1994, 95. It was the sports package of Heavyweights, Greatest Heavyweights along with Wimbledon golf. I mean, not golf, tennis, yeah. So I guess I'll try Sonic Classics 3 and 1. Sonic Compilation. It's registering. But will it play? It will play. I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely an animal getting in trouble. So... Oh, that has to be a sound issue. It has to be a firmware issue with this. Okay, there's a little bit of lag here. I'm going to switch over to the Hyperkin, see if... I am playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on a Nintendo clone controller, and there is a little bit of lag input with the jump. So this might be firmware issue. Everything looks sharp and crystal clear, but, yeah, there's definitely clear. So, I'll go ahead and unplug that, which is interesting of how that is. So, I guess, hold on here, I need to check something out. So far I've covered Nintendo, Sega Genesis, I am about to try one particular game that everyone is familiar with on the sound, which is Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. So, I don't know what to really expect. I'm actually getting... Okay. Okay, there we go. So evidently there's an error code here and there for the unit. Says it's Super Nintendo on the front with the LED light and on the screen. So I guess just see what happens in honesty. It sounds really off, isn't it? But this doesn't have any lag. I guess go to this one here. So it looks like the screen has been filled out. You can hear a lot of almost the original sound effects. Okay. There's no lag on this, so why was it lagging on the Sega Genesis games? Do I really need that booster then? Or is it just a firmware issue? And of course, the sound is off. Okay, there's a little bit of lag I saw. It jutted, or jolted. Kind of like a slight little rubber band I saw. So, this definitely needs a firmware update. Whoops! How'd I dodge him? I don't know. Yeah, there's a little bit of latency, some lag, but not very... And I'm using the plug-in controller, too. It's really... So I'm guessing that it's probably just like a firmware issue. So let's unplug that. So I suppose I will use one Game Boy game and one Game Boy Advance game. I will wait for my Game Boy Color to play later. And there we go, Super Mario Land. It registers immediately. I wonder what this looks like. Oh! That's different. It automatically colored it, like Game Boy Color does. I think it's also the same method, too, to what the Game Boy Advance does. Because I think I read somewhere that it's got like the similar stuff for the Game Boy Advance clone hardware that they have. Okay, there's Run. Whoops! There's no lag on this, though. A slight bit of lag on Super Nintendo. A lot of lag on Sega Genesis. But on this one, it's reacted just fine. Let's try the wired controller here. lag. Amazing. But this sound, though, needs to be fixed. Okay, so not too bad, not too bad. I actually have to switch back and forth between controllers here. So I'll take that out. Put that away. Snap. Hope that wasn't too loud in the microphone. I do apologize if it was. And I suppose I will use this game, which I keep getting false copyright strikes on the stupid dungeon music. Yeah, someone's abusing a bot on here on YouTube and trying to collect money, and it's just terrible. So let's see if this... And it's Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Okay, that's interesting. So it has a save file. Okay, classic NES series. That's very, very crystal clear. But the sound, though... Okay. And as you can see, I've already been playing this. There's a small little play session going through with this, but I kind of stopped because of the stupid... There's really no lag input on this one either. Yeah, I'll have to map stuff here. Okay, use the standard controller then. The wired. Come on. There we go. Whoop! Ah! Okay. Yeah, there's no lag. Colorization on everything so far has looked phenomenal. I really have no complaints on that. Well, except for the Nintendo. But there might be some differences here and there, but I'm mainly concerned about the sound, because it sounds horrible. Okay. So, let's take that out. Yeah, the reason why I stopped playing this, I have other videos I need to render too, that I have some wonderful and colorful commentary between me and my wonderful friend Moore, that's his online handle, on helping me play this. But I kept getting copyright strike on the dungeon music that does not belong to somebody else, and I've notified Nintendo about it, and a bunch of other things. Nothing has come of it, so I don't know what's going to happen. But let's see about the game menu here. Doesn't seem like... Yeah, it shows up there on the top left on the controllers connected. Well, I guess I'll get back to webcam here and give my final thoughts on this. Yeah. Well, in regards to this thing, do I recommend it? I'm not going to recommend it just yet, because I've already ran into some issues. with my LED light being one. Let's use the cell phone. See if that helps out a little bit. Yeah, I suppose it will get the job done a little bit, so that way all of you can see me. It looks okay. Yeah. So there is some slight issues with this already. I understand that this is the basic firmware and hardware for the game, well, for the game console. It does its job perfectly, but the thing I have a major issue on is I'm pretty sure it's a hardware, a firmware update, is the sound. The lag on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. It also doesn't want to read certain games on, from the Sega Genesis and also with Nintendo, which, for example, I will grab the game right here. It's an off-brand. It's not officially licensed. And, yeah, Double Strike right here. I love playing this game, too. It's actually quite fun. But, does not want to play it. So there's a lot of things that needs to be fixed on this, and mainly one was a huge pet peeve, is people I found online were saying that you need like a level 4 or class 4 SD card. It's one of the big ones, which I'll grab right here and I'll show all of you for an example. This is a class 1, but it's just your standard big SD card, stuff like this. As you can see, yeah, see right there. You need something like this for that size to fit into it, and it has to be level or class 4. I call it level 4 cards, class 4. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you call it. And people were saying it works after that. Doesn't matter what size it would be, but I got 16 gigabytes coming, so I don't know. I just don't know. It's fun. It's awesome to see Nintendo in HD, but I just have to do a part 2 for an update, for a firmware update, if I can actually get this thing to update. I'm hoping that it does update. If not, then I'm gonna have to contact Amazon about see if I can return this and get a different one. And if not, then next month I'll probably get that black version out there if I can, or at least something, because I want something to play Nintendo games and Sega Genesis games in the HD. Like I said, I got an HDMI adapter for the Sega Genesis, which upgrades stuff into HD. But my Sega Genesis is becoming old and it's deteriorating and does not want to play it too much anymore. And that thing has seen a lot of wear and tear. But the one that I'm concerned and curious about the most is Nintendo, because I want my Nintendo games in HD. The standard Hyper Beach edition that I have is phenomenal. I recommended that in a previous video. I'll link that down in the description as well if people want to see that. I have 2 of them, 2 consoles, because I thought my first one, went to gunk, but the second one played just fine, emulated everything just fine, the gameplay and the sound, no lag, no nothing. It was phenomenal. But this one, however, I don't know if they have any plans on updating their stuff. I just need to research around and see if there's any issues. And with my external capture card, like I said, I'm going to get an Elgato. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to keep it. It still works, but it is not compatible to a certain extent with some others HDMI adapters. So, and I use this stuff to record, and post stuff online, and sometime soon I'm going to be streaming both on. Well, actually, I'm going to stop streaming games on Twitch. I haven't streamed on there in a long time. I'm going to stream some stuff, here and there. But for this, I just really can't recommend it just yet. But I will require all of you to keep an open mind about this, and I will post some, stuff down in the description if you actually want to go ahead and order this. But I just don't know. In honesty, I was hoping for a lot, but I kind got disappointed. Now I have to wait for a few other things to arrive. So I'll turn this into a part 1 video, and when the SD card comes, I'll update the firmware if it can be updated. If not, I'll contact Hyperkin themselves. I got an account made. I have to wait for 24 hours for the moderators to approve of me, make sure I'm not a spammer or stuff like that. So yeah, I just have to see what happens. I'm a little disappointed, but also too, I have to keep an open mind because I need to see what the firmware brings, and I'm guessing I'm gonna have to look for that Sega Genesis booster thing for this now. Yeah. If Hyperkin only made a console like $50 or $60 like their small little Hyperkin here, let me grab it here. I gotta actually reach pretty far back for this thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a little dusty. I haven't used it in like a week or so once I got done with Faznadu. But this little thing right here, this is the one I praised left and right on. Let me get the power cord unplugged here. If Hyperkin made something like this with the same stuff in this, but turned it into HD, or made an HDMI adapter for the original Nintendo that made stuff crystal clear and made things stereo, but no one doesn't seem to be doing that. So I'm really hoping for that to come someday. I do have one console that's HDMI, but it does not want to work with my capture card, and it stopped working. I'm thinking about grabbing another one when I get an Elgato and see if it'll actually work, but I have to see in that aspect. So so for now, I'll end part 1 right there. And sorry, I'm just kind of frustrated here. Again, I can't praise this thing enough. This replicates the sound and the gameplay perfectly. There's no lag input, no nothing. Well, I almost thought about trying to figure out how to turn this into an HDMI. But again, they don't have no adapters for the composites or anything. And I mean, this is my little cheap thing to turn it into stereo. It's just a composite splitter. A male with 2 female ends. So I just into the sound, just like that. Yeah, I'm excited of how it works. Everything's crystal clear, but I just have to wait for that SD card to come in and update it there, because a lot of the local stores in here that I remember only sell like 1 or 2, sometimes 3. I think mainly 3, but 4s they don't get them in stock too much, because I remember that some people like to, actually not some people, a lot of people like to steal them. I don't know why. But that ends the video there. So please like, share, comment, subscribe. Doing this stuff out of my own pocket, with my own money. There's no sponsors or any way, shape, or form, so that way whatever I say goes within these videos. Well, I just have to see what happens. I'll have to wait a good week for that SD card to come. As soon as it arrives, then I'll update this with the firmware, plug it back in, play it again, and I'll do a little bit of an update video there, and hopefully that it becomes compatible with this. But if not, then I'll have to wait until June or July till I get the Elgato, as that's how things are, because next month in May I'm going to be partaking in something that I thought was never going to be possible. But alrighty, I'll now end the video there. So you all have a good one. Take care and stay safe. See you later, and thanks again for the support. I hope part 2 is a lot better than part 1.